Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. They're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Tonight we're watching Kyrie Irving, former #1 pick overall. That's a lofty level of expectation to live up to, Kenny, but he's matched the hype surrounding him.
Yeah, he can hurt you from a lot of areas of the floor, and he shoots the three off the dribble, spot up three, dribble, break you down off the dribble, get you in transition. Which way can he beat you? He's a natural-born scorer, but when he's becoming that,
the Cavaliers are out in Cleveland as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in tonight's contest. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson into the pivot spot, manning the middle. And watching Kevin Love, he can do everything on the offensive end, Clark. He's been that way really his entire career, going back to high school.
Yeah, his game is low to the ground, too. No explosive moves or dunks. He takes you on and beats you with skill. Good footwork, smooth shot, sharp passer, and an excellent IQ.
Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Goes up off the inbound. Wade misses.
And talking about Love, last season was a tricky one for him. So much of his post offense was taken away by the Cavs scheme, so he just made up for it by averaging the second most threes of his career.
Here's Dragic following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And it's Dragic off the drive. That's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
You know, for Kevin Love, last season was the first time as a pro that he's been asked to defer on offense. Not just to LeBron, but to Kyrie as well. You can bet he and Chris Bosh now have a lot to talk about.
Now, here is Smith. 5 on the clock. Here's the three. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Cavaliers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Love dishes to Smith. James, that's a 2-pointer. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside Dragic. He kicks it to Whiteside. They double him with Love. Whiteside with it. Now Smith defending, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And it's on Whiteside of Miami at the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
It's stolen by Dang. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Dang's got the ball.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Ooh, I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last strip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him.
How about that guy's a big-time answer? He says, you think you can score on me? Prepare for posterization.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
LeBron against Whiteside. LeBron outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Chris Bosh.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships, some already calling him the best small forward to ever play the game.
Now here's LeBron after Dwayne Wade's miss. LeBron shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Johnson the screen. Dragic the pass to Johnson. The rebound by Kevin Love. And you just look at LeBron, Clark, in a historical context. Last season, he became the first player since Bill Russell and his Celtics to make it to the NBA Finals 5 consecutive years.
Boy, I tell you what, this says even more about LeBron, that whenever he leaves a team, they miss the playoffs. And no matter what team he's on, they're favorites to win their conference.
Wade, it's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Wade's got his second basket.
When it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles that twine.
And this is a thunderstorm because they got it flowing right now. They are putting on a nice run. Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now. Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and then Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Now here's Dragic, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Dragic has got 6 points.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Here's Stoudemire. Stoudemire setting the pick for Dragic. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Dragic.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes and volume, and that's not his game.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Down low, here's Johnson, and the layup's good off the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Left side, Shumpert, and stolen by Richardson. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The Heat have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. So both teams changing it up here. And the second free throw, good. Had a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected.
For me, at a younger age.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him. Nothing rattles him.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Heat?
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Smith. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Love in at the 4 slot. Whiteside a screen. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. Chris Bosh is checked in for Josh McRoberts.
Chris Bosh.
Cleveland on defense. Trailing by 13. Wade kicks to Dang. There's the triple. Miami no good on that time either. Cavaliers shooting about 42% so far.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Richardson dishes to Bosh. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Count that one. Wade's got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Richardson. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. He feeds it to Dang. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Misses off the right iron.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Dellavedova, the pass to Irving. Nice D from Dang.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans. That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been thrown in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Miami leading by 12. Richardson kicks to Dang. Pass to Whiteside. Here's Richardson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Richardson's got 5. Greg, you brought up the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talented.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play
Great
a
credit
different
to
way.
him.
Yeah.
Great credit to him.
Very admirable.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Richardson dishes to Bosh. Turnaround Jay. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Dang can't get it to go. Irving attacking. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Bosh, the screen. LeBron with the block.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, but you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home. Catching up on the changes with Miami. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Dragic in for Richardson.
And well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
That's good. The Heat leading by 10. Dragic the pass to Wade. Stoudemire against Mozgov. Stoudemire kicks to Dragic. Inside. And Stoudemire the bucket on the assist by Johnson. And the Heat lead by 12.
And LeBron and the Cavs, I think they'll have a chance to bring that long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state. And no doubt that was accomplished in his first year.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Johnson to screen. Wade dishes to Johnson. Drops in the tray. Johnson's got 7.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
The drive by James. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. And Winslow pulls it down.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Dellavedova kicks to Shumpert. On the wing, James. And another miss by Cleveland.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure. Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And through the first half of...
Hey, Kevin, I've got...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Dwayne Wade has been all over the floor tonight. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, let's start with you. What you think about the Heat? And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is...
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. He has 12 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Miami, the big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Wade and Deng are the 2 and 3, and it's Dragic in the point guard. The Cavaliers trail by 17. It's stolen by Dang. Passes it to Wade. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Yeah, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. Wash up on top, uncovered. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 5th assist in this one. Cleveland moving it around. Dang against James. Pass to Thompson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Dang. And again, Miami running the court in transition. And the basket by Wade. Wade's got 18 points in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
I'll tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
The Heat making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. There's the bucket. Good.
Love the aggressive attitude. I mean, no invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
The wide open look here for Bosh. Drills it from outside. 7 points in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Here's Dragic. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High-energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And, Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Dragic. He's got 10 points and 6 assists.
And he's really put together a nice combination of points at the free throw line, but also getting the assists.
Can you say fundamentals clinic, guys?
The feed to Dang. Whiteside, a screen on LeBron. Clock at 6. Back to Dragic. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And the Heat making a change here. Stoudemire's checked in. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Dellavedova's checked in. Miami no good on that time either. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Irving dishes to Smith. Here's Thompson. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Heat with some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. Then for the Cavaliers, Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for Kyrie Irving. Inside, here's Stoudemire, puts the move on. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Miami.
That's his first personal foul. In for your Heat, Josh McRoberts.
.153 left in the third quarter. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 7 points in the game.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
The shot's good from Smith.
For 3.
Here's Dragic. He's got 10. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Johnson goes in, and that one's good. He's got 9. Here's Dellavedova. Outside jumper. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Winslow. And here's Richardson. 7 points in the game. Dragic kicks to McRoberts. Dragic with it. 6 to shoot. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Wayne Wade's checked in for Richardson.
Dwayne Wade.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Mozgov kicks to Smith. Mozgov passes to Shumpert. Out to the wing. With the fadeaway. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Miami's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Wade outside. McRoberts dishes to Johnson. Shumpert with some nice D. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Smith. Misses from close range. The drive by Wade. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 20 points for Dwayne Wade.
And he is the ultimate when it...
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the court for Cleveland, we've got James Jones. Channing Frye out there with Mozgov. Then there's McRae, and it's Williams at the 1.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And the wide open shot from Green. Buries it from three-point range. Green's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Heat. Now here's Williams. To the wing right side. Mozgov kicks to Williams. Mozgov passes to Frye. And the basket good.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Now here's Green. Defense right on him. Here's Johnson. Winslow dishes to McRoberts, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors. taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Channing Frye.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Here's Stoudemire, and Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Heat ball.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Jones kicks to Jefferson. Off target with his 3. He'd have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Green gets it to go.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Now Jefferson. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The pass to Winslow. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's McRoberts. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. McRoberts has got 4 this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Richardson, he's checked in for Winslow. It's stolen by Stoudemire. And it's Green with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Drops in the breakaway layup. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Miami.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Johnson against Williams. Johnson kicks to Green. It's stolen by Jefferson. The drive by Green. Count the bucket.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And he gets it to go.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
For Miami, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. From 11 feet away. Kicks it out to Richardson. Johnson, the pass to McRoberts. Heat moving the ball around. Johnson kicks to Green.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Wade. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Fry comes in for Jones. And it's Shumpert in there for McRae. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Williams against Johnson. Here's the screen. Feeds it to McRoberts. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Johnson penetrating. The shot misses. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Outside Jefferson. It's hauled in by Richardson. So it's Miami now. Dishes to Johnson. Back to Richardson. High post, Stoudemire. Johnson, a wide open look. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Johnson dishes to Johnson. Tipped away. And the foul on Mo Williams. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this.
Well, Joe, congratulations.
The 2K Sports postgame show.